ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys had a good weekend and that you had a good Monday yesterday as well, if that's at all possible. So starting with Percy Johnson tonight, thank you for requesting that over on Patreon. And I can see you guys in the live chat room already, so hello to you. Just checking you can hear me. I can see that the levels seem to be fine. So hello everyone in there. We have Kevin and it looked like Nan or something. I have to move further down because it's moving too quickly. We've got Bernadine, Tammy, Ruth Ann, Rory, Rose, Mo, Alison, Sue, Cindy, Billy, Angela, Laurie, Teresa, Domingo, 1, 2, 3, 4, Waitress 68, as well. So hello, thank you for joining me on this Tuesday night. I will say on this warm Tuesday night here in the UK, because we are just about to enter, believe it or not, our fourth heat wave of the year. I was going to say of the summer, but the first heat wave came in before the summer had even started. So the heat waves here, they are considered heat waves, I think, when it gets up to like 30 degrees and 32 degrees, 34 degrees, 35 degrees. And I think tomorrow's going to be maybe 34 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, we're having a bit of a time of it at the moment, but thankfully, not as bad a time as some of the places in Europe who have like stated or declared national emergencies because of fires. So with the heat wave, what's weird about this year is that normally I'd say 28 degrees or 26 degrees, that is hot for the UK. Our houses aren't designed for that because we've got radiators, carpets and insulation in the walls and things. So it's like being wrapped in a sleeping bag in your house. So when it's really hot and you're wrapped up in a sleeping bag, things can get really, really hot in houses here. So we don't have air conditioning units. And I saw something on the news where they said by 2030, something like that, might have been 2036, but the government said by then every school and hospital and all the other places are going to have air conditioning installed because of how hot things are becoming. Because if it's like this every year, we're all going to need now air conditioning units, which we'd never used before, never needed before. Because generally, if it was hot for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, then we were lucky. Whereas, like I said, fourth heat wave we've got coming up. So it means that it's been like in the UK, that there's a place where it hasn't rained for 41 days. So it's almost turning into a desert because it's been so hot. So yeah, absolutely crazy. But what gets me is that, I mean, there's got to be a reason for this. And yeah, they're saying on the news that it's global warming, that certainly things are warming up. And I think this is going to be our second hottest month of all time, following the previous hottest month of all time for, June, July. So maybe August will be the hottest ever as well. But who knows until we get there. But the problem is that instead of saying, right, okay, we've got to try and stop doing what we're doing so that maybe we can help the atmosphere to recover, we think, well, if it's going to get really hot, let's just install air conditioning, which means that we're going to be using even more electricity and all the things that are bad. So, Anyway, I have got air conditioning going at the moment just to try and stay cool in this room. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens in the future. It's a bit of a shame because it's too hot to do anything, really. When you kind of go outside, you think, that's too hot. So then you go into your house and just stand. I'm lucky in that I have got an air conditioning unit I can stand in front of if it gets really, really hot. So yeah, I'm very, very much thankful for that. And normally what happens in the UK is that we don't get the humidity side of it, but we've had that I think in the last heat wave where it was 36 degrees but really high humidity as well, which is crazy. It's like sitting in a sauna or something. But yeah, thankfully I'm gonna be able to survive with my air conditioning units. But I really do feel for the people that are in insulated housing and they haven't got anything to try and cool themselves down. So yeah, bit of a nightmare. Obviously for the elderly is a serious thing because that can be life threatening. And of course, trying to stay hydrated and all of that. So yeah, it's a tough time, but it could be getting tougher in the future, so we're just going to have to try and get used to it, unfortunately. Right, let me get the names of my patrons up on screen, because they make this all possible in the first place. A massive shout out to you guys at the bottom of the screen. You know who you are. I always say that they are the foundation of everything that I do, and yeah, just make this live stream possible, everything that I do on the channel. And yeah, that's enabled me to start with the Authentic Vocal side project as well, and that on YouTube is called @official Authentic Vocal, and this is something that's crossed over since or from the last live stream, where people were clicking on the link and it wasn't taking them to the Authentic Vocal YouTube channel, which was weird. So I then checked on my channel page, I clicked on the link and it did go to the Authentic Vocal YouTube channel. So then I thought, well, why is it working for me, but it's not working for other members of the public? Now, I mean, it's all speculation, but I know, well, last time we had the proof of, you know, people mentioning that they were subscribed and then have been unsubscribed, and that, you know, to one person happened 3 times. So I know that we are, as I always say, swimming against the tide with that YouTube channel. But it is interesting how if I'm to check the link to that site, I click it on my channel and it works, but everyone's saying no, it doesn't work. So what I did was literally delete it and just type in the same address again and press save, and now I think it's working. So I don't know whether I've managed to hijack the algorithm and now people can actually get to the YouTube channel over there. But yeah, if you want to support that directly, you can head over to patreon.com/Authentic Vocal. Now, my big idea with that is that hopefully, fingers crossed, in the future, we can get to a point where the Authentic Vocal channel is monetized. Obviously, this is really difficult to do because nobody's really being told about the videos. We're just relying on people, you know, visiting and seeing the videos. But what I will say is that we've just, I think, reached about halfway to the 10,000 hours of watch time that we need to achieve within a 12-month period. And it's not just like from January to December, it's from any 12-month period. If you get 10,000 hours worth of views on the videos, then it means that you become monetized. And that means that there can be adverts on the videos, which means that whoever owns the copyright to whatever's being presented then takes the ad revenue with YouTube. Obviously, YouTube always gets half of it. So that's the dream, that's the idea, that we can maybe have a monetized channel that is just for authentic music, artists, voices, and just appreciating and celebrating the natural human voice. And yeah, I mean, anything that happens there from that ad revenue perspective can only be a good thing. And I think maybe then watching those videos, if people are watching a video and then they say, oh, I just had an advert that happened, or I had a few adverts, you'll then know that that ad revenue goes to make, you know, if they do publish and own the publishing of their own songs, the bands and artists that are featured, then they will get the ad revenue. So I think maybe, rather than just seeing it as a YouTube thing taking lots of money, and rather than major record labels taking all the ad revenue with YouTube, we can kind of change that that avenue so that now it's going to the actual independent artists that it would make a difference to, because any extra income makes a huge difference to independent artists. So that's the dream, that's the goal, and I'll keep an eye on it. But every video that I do upload there, we have the authentic vocal performances in analysis videos that I've done on this channel over the years that I can then add over there. And I just do a different intro for it and have a different outro. But we revisit some of the authentic performances that we've looked at over the years here. And it's been many years. So we'll see what happens over there. But yeah, if you want to head over there, watch a video, or subscribe, which is even better, then yeah, that would be very much appreciated. Right, now let me get the we haven't even got the likes goal up on screen yet. We are aiming tonight for 330 likes. So if you could hit that thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated. Get some fireworks going to celebrate. If we do hit 330 likes, then we will have Phil Jam number 339. So yeah, we'll bust out the guitar, have a jam, and see what happens. And finally, the donations tab. I always get that up on screen because you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. But for those people that do donate, I think it's important that they know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal. And you can find the PayPal link in the description below. But yeah, you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. I mean, you don't have to watch. And I don't know why I just thought of that, but I was thinking you don't have to watch with some people that comment on the channel in the comment section when they say, oh, who cares? And what are you doing this video for? And you know, things like, oh, this channel only ever puts artists down and things like that. I mean, yeah, I only do requested analysis videos, and I'm never ever putting down an artist. I'm only saying what's going on in a live performance. But yeah, so you don't have to watch even. So you don't have to donate and you don't have to watch. But I mean, just watching is very much appreciated. So, Kevin says, authentic vocal, some had browser issues apparently and links failed. Chrome, no, but Safari worked. So thank you for that. And Nancy says, really enjoyed the analysis of Don Henley. Wow, that was a lot of work. So, yeah, I guess we're going to have to talk about the last video. I did pre-warn you on Saturday night that Sunday night's video was going to be one that, yeah, I spent a lot of time on it. Just getting the data, obviously doing the graphs for it. And when I'm doing the analysis video, what I'm looking at on screen and the way that I'm presenting it, it doesn't appear like that automatically. I put together, you know, all of the things like, you know, isolating the vocal and having the pitch monitoring software that I get from vocalaise.com, and then kind of editing the graph a little bit so that it just presents better, you know, next to me. Because on Vocalaise, you have the pitch monitoring software is actually double the size, and you see the vocal before you can even hear it. But it's because it's used as a tool for the public, anyone that wants to use it to practice their singing. So at least they can see where the vocal is about to start, and when it crosses the line, that's when the vocal comes in. So yeah, I use that, but then I that's something that I have managed to, you know, work with the designer of that particular site, but the pitch monitoring software. And yeah, we kind of, I say we, he makes tweaks to the software depending on really what I need. And one of the recent tweaks, it's almost like you've got a piece of software and it gets updated, but because I'm in the fortunate position that Jared, who does the site, had, you know, watched my channel and said, oh, I've got like a singing tool that helps people to sing, and then I just basically hijacked his pitch monitoring software and said, right, yeah, I really, you know, like the site and it's great, and can your pitch monitoring software do this? And he said, oh, well, I could make it do that. And I said, okay, great. Can it do this? And he said, well, if you give me a few days, I might be able to make it do that. And when I say this, what I mean is, like on actually the video that we did on Sunday, where I lined up 3 performances and each pitch monitor I synchronized so that they didn't move. So then you can scroll from left to right or just let it play, and you can see which lines are going over which lines. And any lines going over any lines means it's the same audio file. So it meant that I could just kind of skip through, and that's just kind of a function that I asked for and was then designed. The other thing that's been a recent addition is on a lot of pitch monitors, and it used to be the case that it would pick up harmonics, which means that you'd get the octave above or the octave below the note that was being held, because the pitch monitor is maybe focusing in on a particular frequency that isn't in the octave that the singer is singing. So that's a recent addition and change that I said to Jared, can we make it less focused on harmonics and more focused on the human voice, like what is actually being sung? So take that main frequency of the vocal, and that's something that he's worked at and now kind of dialed it in, so we're getting less harmonics coming through, meaning we're getting a more accurate representation of the voice and a more accurate plotting of the voice without it suddenly being thrown off by an octave, because there's a harmonic frequency in there that actually hasn't been hit by the singer with their vocal. It's just a little frequency that the pitch monitoring software picked up on. So so that's great. So I think with every iteration it's becoming more I don't know, it's just more relevant and more focusing in on exactly what the human voice is doing. And it was already accurate enough probably about a year ago, and then before that I used other pitch monitoring software that again was accurate enough to be able to show when it's the same audio file. But I mean, now, because we're really zoning in on things and putting every tiny bit that I say, well, I would prefer it if it was more accurate in this way, more accurate in that way, such as giving me pitch monitoring graphs that were 100 frames per second. So it means that I can break down the vocal for every 100th of a second. Like if I wanted to compare one vocal to another vocal to see if it is indeed the same vocal, I can go to 3 minutes and 21 seconds and 64 hundredths of a second, and I can see if that peak happens at that exact 100th of a second across different years, for example. So again, but this is all technical stuff I'm talking about now, not necessarily something that I'm going to be addressing in analysis videos, but it means that when I present the analysis videos, I can explain what's going on, and then all of the technical stuff behind the scenes, if people wanted to know about that. And people say, oh yeah, what you're showing on screen isn't definitive because you got crowd noise and all these different things. And people generally who say that, they don't really know what they're talking about, because crowd noise should throw everything off, not just anything off. It should throw everything off, because if you've got crowd noise happening at the same time, it means the line's never going to go over the top of another line that was different crowd noise on a different night. So when you do start getting it going over the top, it makes it even more conclusive if there's ambient noise going on as well. So but yeah, for people to say, oh yeah, it's not accurate enough, and they don't realize that it is to the 100th of a second. That's why I say that in analysis videos. But again, that's just kind of a bonus thing that I don't necessarily really want to, in every analysis video, explain how unbelievably conclusive it is what we're looking at when we're looking at the same audio file. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. I think there's going to be a couple of videos that are going to be coming up that, unfortunately, when you have a channel like mine, I'm just pointing out things, doing requested videos. Unfortunately, I do now and again come in for some abuse from particular sections or fan base sections of particular artists, where they don't believe what I'm saying, or they might believe what I'm saying about one thing, but then the other thing that might not use pitch monitoring software, such as saying when somebody's lip syncing or miming. Some people, might kind of throw some abuse my way because they say, oh no, it definitely was live, but it was then pitch corrected, so it was a single take, but then you're lying about the miming or the lip syncing and you don't know what you're talking about and you're contradicting yourself. So there's going to be a video that I'm going to be doing soon when I'm addressing these kinds of comments, to show that even what I'm saying about the lip syncing and miming, I mean, it's a similar thing to Eagles, but I'll present the kind of comments that I get. Obviously, the ones without, the ones that are kind of sent that aren't filtered, that have to be like an email thing, or something where they can post it without having to do it on YouTube, where it might get filtered. But yeah, I'll show the comments that are from YouTube, but also I don't know how I can get the people that send the comments to watch a video to show that what you're accusing me of is absolutely false, and here's the proof, the undeniable proof that what I'm saying is true. But I guess that's the same, I know that I'm talking about a different video, but the video for Eagles is very much the same kind of thing, where in that particular case we know it's because we've got multiple performances from different times, that Jazz Fest performance as well. So I know that there have been a lot of messages saying, I'm just watching this video before it inevitably gets taken down on copyright. But the thing is that I'm presenting objective data, and I'm doing something that other people can do. And I have received an email from someone wanting all of the files, because I did say that by the time I upload the video, it might be the case that all of the footage that was being used has now been removed. And I think that's pretty much the case, that maybe 90% of the videos of all of the performances that I looked at, isolated vocals, ran it through pitch monitoring software, that's now, when you click on the links, it now says video removed by, what is it, UMG Universal, something like that. So but some people might say, so how do we even know that the videos existed in the first place? I mean, first of all, I would say, well, the fact that the video link has been removed by UMG Universal, I think it's them, you say, well, that's, especially if it's being hosted on a tiny YouTube channel that has 500 subscribers, you think, well, that's a bit of a coincidence that the exact record label and publishing company that own, Eagles Publishing, and that Don Henley uses to send out across the internet, it's just a bit of a coincidence that every single video that's now removed is removed by the relevant companies that are, like I said, overseeing everything to do with these songs. So you've got that, but then this is why I've said that if people want to cross-reference things, then, I mean, purely for a personal thing, like covered by fair use and fair dealings, as we call it here in the UK, not to kind of redistribute somebody else's video. So but this is the problem with Eagles, everything just gets removed straight away. So you have to, in order for your analysis to be cross-referenceable, you've got to offer people the raw data so that they can do the same test, and then they can see, oh yes, all of these three performances, when you run them through pitch monitoring software, it's all the same as I'm seeing in this video. So but that's it. And at the moment, fingers crossed, the video is still up. Now what I am kind of waiting for, as ridiculous as it might be, a copyright claim on the video, but it means, I mean, that would be, I mean, technically unlawful because it's absolutely covered by fair use. I'm not just uploading a song and saying, everyone listen to this song. It's clear that it's for the analysis. But anyway, I'm just checking on how we are with the video. It looks like we are still fine. But I mean, the other Eagles analysis video that I did, that's still online. So yeah, I think if you're dealing with objective data, then yeah, it's just objective data. It's factual data. There's no, I don't know, legal approach that you can make to that, because you think, well, I mean, other than not wanting people to know what's going on, that's not a legal reason. So yeah, it's difficult. But when I say it's difficult, I'm talking about the point of view of them saying that, oh no, we don't want people to know about this. And so, well, why don't you want people to know about that? Because that then leads into other questions. Why wouldn't you want people to know that it's not a live show? And yeah, so it's probably better just to kind of leave it as it is. But at the moment, it seems like we are okay with that particular video. But it's just exactly the same as every other analysis that I've done. With that, it just so happened that Hotel California popped up, and then I listened to 3 versions of that, and then they all matched as well. So yes, it's one of those things. I know that people see it as, oh, you know, it's dangerous or it's brave to do that, but it's just showing objective data. Just reminded me of the comment that I cited where somebody says, oh, this person only ever puts artists down. And I think they're saying about, it was the Mafra video that I had a comment saying he only ever puts down independent artists. But again, I'm never putting down everyone. I'm just showing what is happening in a video that I've been requested to look at. So, right, let's get, oh yeah, the likeometer up on screen as well to see what's going on here. We are looking for 97 more people to hit the thumbs up before the end of the live stream. So yeah, if you could hit that thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. And we'll bust out the guitar and have a jam at the end of the live stream. So, oh, we have the vote at the bottom of the live chat room as well. And that's between Silence is Broken and Just Got Lucky. Now, on Saturday, well, I mean, Just Got Lucky, that's another Dokken tune we had In My Dreams on Saturday. So we could have a back-to-back Dokken cover, or we couldn't do. That we might not have, because Silence is Broken has 54% of the vote, so it's relatively close. But yeah, I don't think we've ever had a back-to-back Dokken cover song, so we'll see if that happens for the first time or whether it doesn't. So yeah, whatever you want to hear, yeah, you can just click on that. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on the likeometer as well. If you can hit that thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. And what I'm going to do is just check that we haven't missed anything. No, we are absolutely fine in the donations area. So yeah, you know, like I always say, you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. Now let's get this up on screen, which is fine. Now, something else, I don't know whether this is going to be a bit of a... Now, I don't think we're going to have a troll corner in tonight's live stream, because it could turn into a very long one. I think the problem is where you have maybe, like, you know, the Mafra video, for example, that I made, where I was pointing out about the editing, the pitch correction that had been applied to her voice. And I think that's one of those videos where, because there are so many other reaction channels that might not be pointing out exactly what's going on, and you know, on that channel, I think the Mafra channel has like 8 videos or something, so there's not a lot of videos there, but they're all the same, you know, kind of thing. Like I said, that I hadn't seen a video that wasn't pitch corrected. But I think the problem is that people then take that as an insult, where it's not an insult. It really just is pointing out what's going on. So yeah, I had a lot of comments about that. And yeah, I mean, when people do make particular points about an analysis video, I do tend to follow up as especially when some people say the same thing, I generally then follow up to prove why what a few people are saying is not true, and it can't be true. And here is the proof as to why it's not true. So yeah, I do follow-up videos now and again, but I think it's important because of the objectivity of the channel that I do address people's theories, as especially there are some people that have their theories, and then I can generally just type why that isn't the case in a reply to a comment. But then it's for the people that then do it in maybe a more kind of abusive way. I feel like, well, it's probably better to show that as much as they're saying that they are right and that I don't know what I'm talking about, it's always good to be able to prove with objective factual data that what they are saying is incorrect, and what I can present just backs up what I said in the first place. So I think it's important to do follow-up videos now and again. Teresa says, Phil Toon, the librarian request, if time, Wings of Pegasus, please. Now, what happened last time? We got into Picture Corner last time, so it meant that we didn't get to see it. I don't think. I said that we might do it, and then we didn't do it. So maybe we will jump into the Phil Toon. I will quickly jump into the PayPal window because I think there's just been a donation in there. So thank you for this, and it is Karen, who has donated £3.60. So thank you for that. The message is, greetings from beautiful California. Phil, just curious if you're familiar with Oriantha. I think this is Orianthe with an I. Female guitarist. She played for Michael Jackson just before he died. I'm sorry, I don't know her last name. So yeah, she's just known as Orianthe. So I am aware or familiar with her. I don't know her personally, but Taj Farrant has played with Orianthe, so I do know that happened. So she plays guitar but sings as well, and she's got her own music, and she was in, if you saw the This Is It movie, or I think that was a movie, but in the rehearsals you had Orianthe who's playing guitar with Michael Jackson kind of in the rehearsals. So yes, I am familiar with her. So thank you for that, Karen. Right now, the Phil Toon. So Diamond Girl 1234 says, Silence is Broken was last heard in March, and Just Got Lucky was end of April. Both have only been played once this year so far. There you go. There's some stats for you about the cover the cover vote for tonight, for those interested in stats and figures. But the Phil Toon, maybe we'll just randomly jump into that in the middle of the live stream, because I think we have been waiting to see it for about 3 months or something, because it didn't work before, or I mislabeled the button. Right, now having mislabeled the button, that was on my laptop, so hopefully the button is labeled correctly here on the Mac Studio, and I have to find it first. So where is it? Oh, here it is. I found it. So and this is the Phil Toon, or the real life story, the library, and I think, Melody Rock says, I think he did an analysis video on Orianthe. And I'm trying to remember, it was probably quite a while ago, but I think I did, and it's most likely going to be one of her original tunes, live performance on a TV show, was it? But that would have been many years ago. But let's jump into this Phil Toon. This is a real life story. This is something from my music life, my music career, that actually happened. So enjoy this. Even though it's unbelievable, it is something that's factual. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you after. Rock!
Guys, I'm so excited, I have just managed to get us an awesome gig.
Well, I do hope our definition of awesome coincide.
Well, I know a guy who works at a pub and he said we can play there this Friday night.
You know a guy. So far, to be honest, I'm on the fence about this gig. Persuade me. Where is the venue? Will I have heard of it?
The pub is called the Golden Guff. It is in Surrey. My friend has told me it will be amazing. We need this gig.
Well, it certainly sounds like a reputable joint. It's about an hour's drive, but I'm going to trust you on this. Let's book the gig.
We won't regret it. The place will be packed. I can't wait.
Wowzers, this pub really looks like a library. Hello there. Do you work here?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we do need help. Thanks for asking. We are the band who are playing here this evening. What is the plan?
Are you sure there's live music tonight?
Well, I ruddy hope so. If not, my bandmate has yet again stitched me up, as well as himself. So, who is in charge?
I am the only person working here tonight.
Well, at least we know, therefore it will not be busy tonight. Great. Where is the stage, and we'll start to set up?
Well, whenever someone has played an acoustic guitar, they have been sitting here, so you can play in this area.
Oh my guff heck of frig. You may actually notice there are tables and sofas in the way, not to mention just being a woeful position for music.
I'm afraid you'll have to move the table and sofas out of the way then.
Well, as I'm a musician and I want to play, I will do this manual labor in addition to the hour's drive. I also assume we are not getting paid for this gig.
That is correct.
At least you're holding up your end of the bargain. Well, let's get to work, guys. These sofas look like the heaviest sofas we will ever lift in our lives.
I'll leave you to it, and I'll make sure that if you need anything, I will be impossible to find.
Many thanks for following standard protocol. Great job, guys. It only took an hour and I think I've got a hernia. But I'm sure it will all be totally worth it and not a gig we should have declined. Just the person I was looking for. So, where is the PA? Is it quite heavy to lift? And also, how many channels does your mixer have?
We don't have a PA here.
Ha 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 ha. That was a fantastically great joke. Wasn't it? Or should I say, it better have been.
No, what you see is what we have.
That, I'm afraid, is sweet guffaw. Well, what do you usually do on live music nights then?
Jacob usually does all the band stuff. He's not here today, but I have his number if you want to talk to him.
That might be an idea. At least every last detail of this gig has been meticulously planned by the venue, otherwise we could all look like absolute total amateurs. Hello Jacob, I'm Phil from the band that are playing at your pub tonight. Where is the PA? And the mixer? For the gig? Okay, so it's in your car. And you are in your car at the moment. And you're 5 hours drive away. Do you think this may be an issue? Considering we're playing in 45 minutes, you didn't realize what the time was? Oh well, that is a very acceptable excuse. I mean, how could anyone ever have foreseen these unlikely turn of events? Unbelievable. So here is the situation. The PA is 5 hours away. We have 45 minutes until we start. So this venue has quite truly rogered our collective bums in the guff.
Oh dear. I can't help feeling partially responsible for us being in this position.
Yes, I wonder why that is.
Just so you know, your friends and family are also just starting to arrive. They must have made the hour-long drive to support you.
Oh. Great. Well, as ridiculous as this sounds, I have purchased my own PA, so that if a music venue is retarded enough to not have any equipment, I have everything. It just so happens it's in my sister's boyfriend's van, who should be here shortly. So, it seems that you as a collective venue won't have egg on your face. you jammy dodgers.
I don't understand.
Oh, just that to the innocent onlooker, you'll look like you have a great PA system and are a great live music venue, when in fact you are actually a total load of rubbish guff venue. With no idea, and couldn't organize a piss-up in a brewery. Present location accepted. No offense.
None taken.
You are seriously mentally vacant. I'm going to slag off this pub to my family now. Bye.
And there we have it. That was the correct Phil tune, real life story that I was supposed to play probably a couple of months ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And I mean, I was thinking that, I mean, I don't use any AI on my channel, but I was thinking that the amount of time it took me to make those cartoons, I thought, I bet that AI could do those cartoons probably in about 5 minutes nowadays. Now, this is the other thing or discussion to be had about AI. I've spoken about AI on the channel quite a lot in the past with music and typing in prompts and then getting a song. And I get a lot of approaches from AI companies about, you know, oh, can we do a sponsored segment, is what they call it, for our, Suno I had recently, of course, but then other AI companies that do, you know, videos and other ones that, you know, do emails and documents and all of that. But yeah, I'm not really interested too much in all of that. But there's the other side of the coin, that we've got people that might type in prompts. You've also now got there's a guy who is demonstrating a particular AI, and because I've spoken about AI on my channel a lot, it means that I get lots and lots of adverts for AI when I'm watching, you know, other videos that I'm sent that are requested for me to take a look at. I have to sit through AI adverts. Now, I know people say, oh, why don't you do YouTube Premium, which means that you don't get the adverts, because sometimes like with Suno, there's an advert that I would like to feature as a good example of what Suno does, because the AI adverts sometimes show the process, so then it will back up my particular point about the AI process, because I can show that they are showing this is how it works. So there's a particular advert where this guy goes dun, 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 like that, and it's literally like that. And then it's converted into a full orchestra, like movie soundtrack, just on that noise that he did. So I thought, well, yeah, what do we take from that? Is that person now a composer? Have they now pieced together this whole orchestra? Obviously they haven't. They've made a noise, and then AI has done everything else, i.e. just coming up with like a movie soundtrack, piece of music that is actually really loosely based on a noise. So yeah, anyway, going back to the point, yeah, there's different AI things that do it. And there's this girl sitting down another advert, and she says, right, I want to make a song, so let's do the drums. Boom, ta, boom, boom, ta, ta, and she kind of does that. Of course, the drum beat that's then created doesn't have the it's just a generic drum beat, and she goes, oh yeah, I really like that. So even the drums aren't being replicated as the person is asking AI to do, but that's what AI does. It comes up with its own version of what you're giving it, or what you would be giving it. But moving away from music and talking about video, just skip this advert, because if we're now thinking about, and I've seen videos that AI companies, for example, that are doing full music videos. And I saw earlier actually a video that popped up, and it was Stevie T. And yeah, I haven't seen a Stevie T video in a very long time. I don't have time to watch other YouTube channels, unfortunately. But this one just popped up, and it must have been because of the AI thing that YouTube, the algorithm just kind of threw it up. and I saw it. But so I clicked on this, and I didn't really know Stevie T's stance on AI, and apparently he's been against it, especially kind of in music, and has maybe done videos against the use of AI. But in this video, it is a sponsored video from an AI company that make videos, and he's made a music video with AI. And yeah, it's difficult because I see, like, personally, and Stevie T, he's a guitarist is how he started, and doing different versions of people's songs, and he's, I don't know, kind of a really talented guitarist, but he does his videos in his own kind of unique way, using his personality, putting his own spin on things. So that's how it started, and he would play, solos, and maybe show that in adverts, like, kids aren't really playing the guitar, but this is what they would have sounded like. So he is a music-based channel, or was a music-based channel, but this one that I saw was actually his own song that he'd made with somebody else that he'd collaborated with. So he didn't have a video for that because they couldn't do one together, and he had that song, I think, for 2 years on his hard drive, and it's just sitting there not being used. So because of this approach by an AI company, it meant that he said, oh well, I'll use this company in order to make an AI video. So now, talking about making videos, I know that in order to make a music video, is very expensive. I mean, as you could probably tell with my Art Not Commerce video, where I'm just walking. That's the video that I made for it, because independent musicians don't have a lot of money to spend on things. But now with AI, it means that you can have a video that looks like it's really professional, and you're actually not even in it. All you've given AI is your face. And I think people might be shocked as to how realistic the videos are. And you can head over to that Stevie T's video if you want to. You can kind of go to the end and watch the music video that AI has made. And Stevie T has not done anything in that. He's not in that video. It's AI using his image and the image of the person that he collaborated with, and making a music video out of that. So I mean, it's interesting to see how the technology comes along, and I think that there will be people that might not have known that it was an AI music video and it wasn't actually the real people in the video. So I understand the attraction of it, in that you think, oh, hang on, so what? I pay $30 a month and I can now make endless music videos for the songs that I don't have music videos for. And I'm in that position where I don't have music videos for a lot of my songs. So you think, well, what about just typing in the lyrics, uploading a picture of me, and then saying what I want me to be doing and what I want the style of the video to be, and then I get an AI video that's 3 or 4 minutes long. I've had to do nothing, and it's now what looks like a professional music video for my music. So I do understand that. I don't know, the attractiveness of that, to think, oh well, I'll have a video for a song, so it means that I can get another song out there, upload it, and it's new, and people will be able to hear it. If they don't have my album, they'll be able to see that, and I can maybe do it on a live stream and people can see it. But I think the problem that I have with AI, and seemingly actually a lot of the comments under Stevie T's video, is that people see AI in the same way. And the way that AI has now been trained to make music videos is it's been trained on everyone's music videos. So it means that what would normally happen if I wanted to make a music video, and this has happened, I've done this in the past, and my That's Metal to My Ears video is proof of this, that you hire people, you hire a cameraman, you hire an editor. Actually, I did the editing myself, but you hire a cameraman, you might hire other people to get other angles, so that you are spending money on this as an independent artist. You save up and then you spend the money. But what else happens? The cameraman makes money. The other people that turn up to film and help you out, they make money. If you need an editor to edit it together for you, they make money. So it means that people are getting paid for their jobs, for the things that they've studied how to do. But now with AI has learned from people's skills that they get paid for. So now you don't need to get a cameraman, you don't need to get an editor, you don't need to get a lighting crew or a studio, and now lots of things you don't need to pay for. So for the independent artist, you might think, oh well, that's great, I can now make a really professional video for $30. But then for the industry, like the people that have, that's the thing that they've worked at their whole lives and maybe even studied, media and film. They're now not making an income from that, whereas they would do previously. So for me, I see it as exactly the same thing as music, where as a session musician, for example, you would be paid to play on somebody's song, but now with AI, they just type in guitar solo and they get that. They'll get a guitar solo for their song. So it means that all session musicians now, they might have been studying for 3-4 years, college, university, playing their whole lives, and that skill that they've built up is now irrelevant because somebody will use AI. The only problem with it is with AI and the law and how it's going to be seen, and whether you would have to disclose that the video's AI. And on Stevie T's video, it has got the little AI symbol now, and that's something that YouTube is starting to roll out, even though with some videos such as Shunned at a Funeral and Ethan, who's not disclosing it, it does miss videos when they're uploaded. It doesn't tag everything that's AI, so it's a bit hit and miss at the moment, but at least YouTube's trying to do something. But I do see the attraction, for Phil Toon videos, just typing in what happened and AI just to put it all in a cartoon and come up with it. I can understand the attraction of it, but it's not something I'm going to be jumping into. Not in the near future anyway, but I don't think it's I don't think it's something that's good to do, to try and kind of say, oh, AI, I'm kind of not in agreement with how it's been trained musically, but I am in agreement of how it's been trained on filmmakers, videographers, editors, and all of those people. They can all be exploited. If I get a good product out of it. It's I don't really think along those lines. So anyway, look, now we need to get 36 more people to hit the thumbs up in order to bust out the guitar, have a fill jam. But now we're going to be jumping into Silence is Broken, so we're not going to be having the Dokken back to back. This is going to be, my version, of course, of the Damn Yankees classic. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If there are people out there that haven't hit the thumbs up yet, it'd be much appreciated if you could do that. We're looking for 33 of you to hit the thumbs up, and then we will have a jam and see what happens. But here we go. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you after. Rock! Hi guys, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and this is my first ever cover video on Patreon. The song is Silence is Broken by Damn Yankees, and thanks everyone for your support, and I hope you like the video. See you later. Rock.
change the world. No one can take away your world. Silence is broken now. It's over now. The words have been spoken. With every word you say, you blow away the tears of another time. Silence is broken now. It's over now. The words have been spoken. With every word you say, you blow away the scene of another crime.
And there we have it. That was my version of the Damn Yankees classic, Silence is Broken. So, yeah, I think you've got to have a particular taste in music to have heard some of the Damn Yankees tunes. But thank you guys for voting for that. And I can see that we've got Warren in the house, produce like a pro. So, hi Warren. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream. But we are also looking for 11 more people to bust out the guitar and have a jam, fill jam number 339 for tonight. And I can just see that Elaine is going through with a $5 donation, so thank you for that, Elaine. And the message is for the Silence is Broken tip jar, love it. So yeah, thank you for that. It has been a while, and I think Elaine said in the live chat room about wanting to hear it for a long time. Yeah, it hasn't been one of those that's a regular, but yeah, beating Dokken. Tonight's cover video did have Dokken on Saturday, so yes. And we have now, I think, what we're looking for 10 more people to hit the thumbs up. If you could do that, would be very much appreciated. Now we're looking for 9 people because the backing track. Now here's the thing, because I have to, route it through the laptop, which is all a bit annoying. With the backing track that we did last time, Joe said that wasn't the backing track, or at least what loaded up wasn't the backing track that it was supposed to be. So I was playing over the top of something that was so random, even Joe didn't know what it was. So yeah, this time Joe has said that he's now linked to the correct backing track that should have been the one that we should have done on Saturday. So yeah, now we're looking for 7 more people. Are we likely to get 7 more likes before the end of the live stream? Maybe, because the problem here is this is 7 minutes and 23 seconds. So that's going to take us to the end of the live stream. We end at about 1:15. Actually, it's going to take us past the end of the live stream. So yeah, we're now looking for 6 more people. So we might just grab the guitar anyway, because I'm hoping that we might be able to make it to 335 more people. There's a chance that's like 1 like, almost 1 like per minute before the end of the live stream. Right, quick tuning check. That seems like it's close enough. Right, now what is this that we've got in store for tonight? It is a Fantasy Jam David Bowie backing track, in brackets A minor, and this is from Now You Shred backing tracks, and the U is in capital letters. Now because I'm listening to this out of a laptop. As long as you guys can hear it and it comes across okay. I can't do much about the levels because it just is what it is. Let's have a listen to this and I'll see if it's coming through. Is this? Have to turn this up a little bit. Turn it up a bit. Sounds like we've got some interesting stuff going on, but I think it's just the same thing. Checking. Okay, this is. I think it's just going to be the same thing over and over again. Sounds like maybe a bit quiet. Okay. Right, and oh, and there we have it. Sudden ending to the backing track. So yeah, I think what we had there was just the same thing happening over and over and over and over again. Now hearing it hearing it out of a laptop, this is where I was playing what I thought I was hearing for the backing track. So there we have it. That was Fantasy Jam, David Bowie backing track, and then in brackets A minor. So thank you, Joe, for sending that my way. And that's from Now You Shred backing tracks. And yeah, it was literally what it was. And yeah, that's what it's all about. Busting out the guitar, see what happens, and that's what happened. So that was apparently the backing track that should have been on Saturday, but now on Tuesday. So there we have it. Now I think we're going to have to be calling things to a close. So the viewer activity, I can see that we had a donation from Kyrie-San for $5, so thank you for that. And the message was, what a great cover. I've missed everyone in the stream. Thank you for everything, Phil. And thank you for that donation. And the donation that I did see, that Elaine donated $5 and said, for the Silence is Broken tip jar. Love it. So thank you for that. Right. Now we're going to be calling things to a close. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And I'm going to be doing the same thing on Saturday night. So if you guys can tune in then as well, that'd be very much appreciated. And yeah, look out for tomorrow night's video. As always, the videos Wednesday, Friday and Sunday at 8 p.m. British summertime. I always tend to say Greenwich Mean Time. But yeah, if you could join me on Saturday as well, that'd be very much appreciated. We'll bust out the guitar again and have a jam. So all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of... Oh, and by the way, let me get the likeometer up on screen to show that we did indeed have the meeting of the likes that we're aiming for, 330. So it was an official Phil Jam for tonight. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. And yeah, if you could tune in on Saturday as well, that'd be great, because we'll be aiming for a very similar target on Saturday. So we'll have to see what happens then. All that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is where you are, and I'll see you at tomorrow night's video. So I will catch you then. Rock.